Hi everyone. Today we talk about the last piece of the jigsaw, not only for this layer that I call success, but of the whole belief and value system. So we're talking about impact. That is really something that makes everything else that we talked about complete. There is a very important question that Tom Bilyeu, an interviewer of a podcast that is called Impact Theory, asked at the end of every one of his interviews, and is, what is the impact that you want to have in the world? When I first heard this question, I couldn't help but asking myself the same and say, wow, what is the impact that we want to have in the world? Is I think is a key question. We can't talk about anything of the other topics and subjects that we talked so far without asking ourselves, why are we doing this? Why even bother? Why even waking up in the morning and doing what we do? There must be something beyond that. And this is what I call impact. There is another quote, of course, this time from Steve Jobs, that I like quite a lot, that says, we are here to put a dent in the universe, right? Otherwise, why else even be here? It's a very bold statement, right? So you expect something like that from Steve Jobs. And it makes sense, right? So we are here to do something. Otherwise, why else even be here? I think it's a key question that we need to ask ourselves. So if we come back to these three key elements of what I call success, or what makes our objectives, our targets, our goal right, we can be in control, we can have a strategy developed, but then we need to ask ourselves, why are we doing this? What is that we are bringing to the team, to the department, to the company, to the world? What is the added value of what we're trying to do? So of course, it doesn't need to be something that will impact immediately and affect billions of people. We don't have to go that far. Well, of course, if you have ideas and what you want to do actually have the possibility to impact the whole world, go ahead, do it. But you don't need to be overwhelmed by that. We can start really by something that is as tiny as thinking, okay, my contribution in the day-to-day activities, who else is helping beside myself? So imagine just that. In these times of, unfortunately, spreading of virus and all that kind of stuff, we need to consider that even the positive elements, the actions that we take, the difference that we make, can spread at the same level of a virus, really. So if you imagine that each one of us would just put some effort in order to make someone else's life better, even as little as a couple of people, our closest colleagues, our family, whatever, it doesn't really matter. If every one of us would simply take the task and would take the responsibility in everything that we do to think about what we can do for a couple of people outside our direct and internal benefit, this would create a difference for the whole world, because this would have really an exponential result. So this is everything that we've been asked to do. So when you think about your objectives, when you think about what you want to do and what you want to achieve, think for a second. Okay, how can I do this in a way that can create added value and can make an impact ultimately to someone else in the team, to someone else in the department, to the wider company. And it can be whatever you really think it can be. It can be something that improves the way in which you work. It can be something that changes the actual product to a level that will affect the end customers, for example. It can be anything you like. But at the end of the day, you must have something that go beyond yourself if you want to feel complete. So this is the same for my belief and value system. This piece of the jigsaw that is at the bottom corner of the whole picture is really what makes it complete. So without that, it would be honestly quite of a selfish exercise, something just to try to assess what we are, but it wouldn't really mean much. So use it, think about it in everything that you do, in the objective that you set, in the goals that you define for yourself. What is the impact that you want to have doing that? Thank you very much for watching and listening. Have a good day and see you soon.